Hello, good morning. Sorry that I'm running a couple of minutes late today. I wish it were just seconds. I was trying to teach the cats to go through the cat door. It's having mixed results. I'm excited about our homage today. Today we are on Tara number 13. Good morning, Joanne. Um, Tara Yullay Gyalje, who is victorious over war and other obstacles with and without form. Yullay Gyalje is semi-wrathful and is red in color with three eyes. This is important because remember that the semi-wrathful ones are the ones who are like a little bit like they're kind of spiritual gangsters. They're like kill you with a smile, but not kill you, your ego. Kind of like, oh, okay. You think you're something? That's semi wrathful. Oh, really? Is that so? Joanne says, like me. Joanne is we have a semi wrathful Joanne in the comments. Um, so that kind of like a little bit like tough and skeptical. Tough and skeptical. So one of the things about these taras is, first of all, her third eye blazes. Um, it blazes out infinite joy to all beings, protecting them from war and other obstacles. On the Utpala flower at her ear, there is a Vajra. So we've seen a Vajra before, but it was the closed Vajra. This is a Vajra with open prongs. So the top and bottom of the Vajra kind of do look like that. They're closed. And then there's like these kind of directional pillars. But when it's open like that, it's a little bit more fierce. And light and sparkling Vajras are radiating out from that Vajra. So that Vajra is a symbol, as we talked about before, of victory. Sometimes it's a phallic symbol. It's also a symbol of thunder and lightning. So if you think about on her Utpala flowers, she's sending out like sparks of lightning. And in each of those sparks of lightning going in all directions are little miniature Vajras, lightning bolts that go and land where they need to land in order to strike down harm in its tracks. She's not hurting anyone. She's stopping harm. For magical practitioners, sometimes we see a kind of a, I don't know, it's like a trend. I'm just going to say it. It's like a trend in social media and in books and publications all about like talking about curses and hexing, and it's just to make everyone look really tough and scary. And it actually just, I think, makes us look silly because truthfully, the more dangerous someone actually is, the quieter about it they actually are. In fact, what would be the best way for someone who causes harm to exist in kind of an unbothered, like calm, smiling, joyful way is far more effective than being super scary. So, when tempted to meet like with like in a situation of harm, instead think, how much more effective would I be if I literally just obliterated the harms in this moment by filling the moment with joy, by bringing so much joy to my surroundings that there is no room for the harm to exist? To me, this is what makes you a spiritual badass. And Yullay Gyalje is a spiritual badass. She's got quite a mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Banzra or Vajra, but when we're doing Tibetan pronunciation, we usually say Banzra. Um, Zavala, Zavala, Pit, Pit, Raksha, Raksha, Soha. And so if you think about it like pet, pet, it's like cut, cut. And then Raksha is like a it's kind of like making an offering of a lower level thing, like transforming a lower level substance into a higher level substance and turning it into an offering. So let's say, for example, you've got a bottle of really cheap wine. That cheap wine is going to not taste good on its own. Nobody's going to like it. If you try to serve it at your party, people are going to be like, "Ugh, I don't like that." If you take that cheap bottle of wine, but you mix it with some really good expensive spices and heat it slowly, and you make it a mulled wine, you add some floating pieces of apple and fruit to it, and then maybe float a hibiscus flower in the bowl. And now you've got something that people are just drinking it and they're like, oh, this is marvelous. This is wonderful. The smell, the herbs, the aromas, the spices, the fruit, the flowers. My senses are overwhelmed with goodness. And that elevates and transforms that lower level energy. So let's try it. We're just going to do this mantra today since it's kind of a long one and a tough one. And because genuinely, I'm running sort of a little bit late today. So I want to make sure that we actually really get to this mantra. So taking a moment in our hearts to connect with the previous days of practice, envisioning the lake at the base of Mount Shasta, with a lotus flower blooming from within it. And then upon that lotus flower, a throne. Upon that throne, the seeds syllable tam awakens Tara, brings her into existence. She is red. She has three eyes. She's got lightning sparks and effusive joy raining out of her as we chant this mantra. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra Zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Tare ture bansra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re soha zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tu re banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra Zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zavala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. Om tare ture banzra zabala pet pet raksha raksha soha. And there we go. Let's dedicate the merit. We're sending this out today as we would to any day, to anyone who is suffering right now under war, under extreme conditions of violence, and also people who are coping with enemies who are obsessed with them. That could be stalkers, or it could be bullies. Yeah, anybody who's on a personal or collective level going through the energy of seen and unseen enemies. We're sending this out to them today. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Tara Yullay Gyalje in our hearts. Om tare ture banzra zawala pet pet raksha raksha soha. We destroy harm, not the agents of harm, but the harm itself. And we do it with laughter, beauty, and presence. We'll be back tomorrow with Tara number 14. Tara number 14 is Chunyo Chenma. This is the frowning lady who destroys evil of the 9 kinds of harm doers, the 8 classes of spirit, and all obstructing forces. This is a black Tara who will come down on evil and eliminate it. So we'll be back tomorrow for this. Thank you. Bye. You love those wrathful Taras, Joanne. I'm watching.